In this Ventra XT video, we're going to be programming a feeder device to our XT. To do that, we're going to navigate to the menu hotkeys, and then we're going to go to System Control Device Setup, and then we're going to highlight Add Control Device. Press Enter. Now we're going to scroll through the list to find feeder. Now there are several ways you can do that. You can swipe up and down with your hand. You can page up and down on screen, or you can use the arrow key. And then there's a feeder. We highlight that in blue, press enter, and now we're going to set which number feeder this is. So if you have multiple feeders in your barn, you would set that there, but in this case we have this is our first and only feeder. So we're going to leave it on number 1, press the arrow. Now we're going to choose the zone that this is in. So if you happen to have multiple zones in your barn, here's where you're going to set which zone it is in. But we only have one, so we're going to leave it on Z1 for zone 1. We're going to enter over. Now we're going to set the module it's on. Now this is a standalone Ventra XT, and this is an output device, so it'll be on one of our toggle switch relays. And this is a module 1. You know, if you had an expansion station on your XT, this could be module 4 or module 5, depending on your setup. But in our case, it's just a standalone XT, so module 1. Enter over, and now going to assign the output channel that it is wired to. And in our case, it is channel 2. So we're going to enter up. Press enter. Enter to confirm. And now we have added our feeder group. And you can see it here on output channel 02. Feeder is number 1. We're going to press that, and now we're going to finish setting up our feeder. So here, if you highlight your age, here's where you can set up a ramp for your feeders to run. So let's say day 1, enter. Now we're going to have it come on. Let's say we're going to have it come on at 6 a.m. in the morning. And then we want it to shut off, say, an hour later, so 7 a.m. And then if we want to do that for several times during the day at different time intervals, we can tell it age 1. And then let's say we're going to have it come back on at 11 a.m., have it go back off at 1300 hours, which is 1 in the afternoon. Press enter. And let's say we want to set another age group. Enter. Have it come back on at, say, 1600 hours. Go off at 1800 hours. So there we have just some settings that we've put in for some feeder run times. Now in the event that, let's say we decided we wanted to put a run time in between there. So go to day 1, enter. We want it to come on at, say, 9 a.m. and go off at 10 a.m. So we have that set. Now as you see, this is below or in between these other 2 run times. And that's what we now have our sort table for. So now if I press sort table, as you can see, it automatically put everything in chronological order. And just a quicker way to set things up and allow you to change things in and out based off of your desired settings. Now the other item we have is this is just basically a manual on-off time that you can set in the event that, let's say you came in and your feeders weren't on because of the timetable you have set, but you figured out that you had one feeder that wasn't full of feed like you wanted it to or something, and so you want to manually make the feeders run for a period of time. If you highlight that, press enter, now you can come in and set that's hours, minutes, seconds. So I want to make my feeder run for 20 minutes. So I press enter, and now you can see the timer counting down, and it is now going to run for 20 minutes. And then once the timer counts down, it'll shut itself off and it'll go back to running whatever your ramp is that you have set on your table. And just a quick way to bring your feeders on and off if you need to for some reason during the day. And that is how to set your feeder group on the Ventra XT.